I'm back. It's been a really, really long time. Oh my god. My last video was November 4th or 5th, I think. I don't know, it was in November, like first week of November. And I want to make a couple of videos after this just to like give you an update, my weight, my routine, what I've been doing, yada 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 yada. But this video is basically about where I've been for the last few months because I'm getting swarmed with messages about where am I, why did I stop making videos, am I done, did I hit goal weight, am I okay, blah blah blah. So that's what this video is about. The bullshit that I've been going through since November, that's what this video is about. So the last update was I had just moved back home. I started moving the last week of October. And I was officially moved in on Halloween. I was moving out of my grandmother's house. She was on the second floor. I was on the first floor, separate apartments. I moved out because we never had a really good relationship. It was very strained. It was stressful. I felt very smothered, and we just fought. And I felt like it was hindering my weight loss. I was just stressed and unhappy, and I had no privacy, and it was just too much. So I was really iffy about moving home because it's not exactly better here, but I thought at the time it was better for me. So, moved home, immediately, shit hit the fan. Started having issues with everybody here, completely got off my routine, stopped cooking, stopped meal planning, stopped exercising, stopped caring, pretty much, is a good word for it. Started fighting with everybody. My mother's ex-boyfriend who lived here at the time and had lived here for like the past five years, I want to say. Had serious issues with him every single day. It was a non-stop screaming match with him. Him and his immature bullshit. Out of everybody in the house, I was the only one who refused to take it. This isn't your family, this isn't your house. Don't come in here and start bullshit with my family. It's not your place. And that's what he was doing. Having an issue with me for no reason. Fighting, saying personal things to me and about me, and making up stories and telling my mother, so I just get bitched at non-stop. Like, it was whatever. He's gone now. And then I started smoking cigarettes again. I stopped now, but I started back up in November. December came around. My grandmother, whose house I had just moved out of, she was diagnosed with lung cancer. She was in the Mass General Hospital for a few weeks. They removed half of a tumor out of her throat and gave her a trach. They found tumors on her lungs, which they couldn't do anything about because she was in no physical condition for chemo. So they sent her home with hospice, and she needed 24/7 care. Me and my little sister, who was 18, were the only ones able to be there 24/7. No work, no school, no nothing, so we were the only ones there and had the time to be there all that time. So we had we had like 5 minutes to learn how to clean the trach, take care of it, her medication, bed baths, transport her dead weight, change her, cater to her hand and foot, all that. It was extremely, extremely stressful and depressing, and it affected me on such a level. And we got maybe 9 hours of sleep each between the two of us, if that. By the 4th day, my mother decided to sleep over because she had a free moment. And my mom fell asleep. Because my mom was there, my little sister went home. So it was me and my mother and my uncle. They fell asleep. I was there. I fell asleep for 2 seconds. I woke up to her, like, screaming, all disoriented and whatnot. And it was, the next hour after that was the worst hour of my entire life. It was pure chaos. She was just so disoriented, and in the middle of transporting her, she died in my arms. She just went limp. And that is something that I'm still struggling with, because that's something that, you can't help but be highly impacted by. And I just can't get the images of that owl out of my head. That's something I'm still having a hard time coming to terms with, because even though we didn't have a good relationship ever, that past year I was the only one who was the closest to her because I was living there. and to have moved out just a month before that, and now here she is, like, you know, dying right in front of me, and then she died in my arms. Me, out of all people, the only grandkid she didn't get along with, you know, it kind of messes with your head. And during that period of time, too, I was in no condition to take care of her because I was in the middle of a very serious relapse. I binged from end of December to maybe first week of February, so I was very, very ill. Once February came, my boyfriend, who I never told anybody, was incarcerated for the last 11 months, and he came home second week of February, so, excuse me, my disorder, you know, the ritual is panic. After you binge, you starve, and, you know, you do all that stupid shit. So I had a really bad relapse, and I was really, really sick. And that was stress that I had been dealing with the last 11 months. No one knew my boyfriend was incarcerated, which means that when I was on, you know, bed rest with all my health issues, you know, I didn't have his support because of where he was. And pre-op appointments, he couldn't be there. Surgery, he couldn't be there, you know. Freshly banded, first couple months out of surgery, he wasn't there. My grandmother died, he couldn't be there, you know. That was very, very hard for me. He came home second week of February. Issues kind of started immediately. We're still working on most of them. He is an addict as well. He has his own demons. So it's really, really tough. Relationships are very hard in general, but when you add components like that, you know, my issues, his issues, you know, it's hard. It connects us and bonds us in a way because it's like kind of on the same page, but it's still very, very, you know, difficult. So that was stressful. Can't find a job still. I've gone on multiple interviews, and, you know, it's just everyone's going for jobs these days. You know, it's like 20 people going for one job because jobs are so rare that it's like companies, they can be picky, and they will find the stupidest reason to not hire you, which seems to be happening. You know, either get no callbacks, or people leave you hanging, or people just never even answer you. So no job means no money, which means no money to save up to get out of here. Waiting for money to get vitamins, to go food shopping, you know, stuff like that. That's been really stressful and getting very old. So yeah, that's where I've been since November. Everything's just kind of been back to back to back nonstop, just rough. I mean, hell on earth. I don't believe in like putting your personal shit out there for the world to know, but at the same time, eating disorders, weight loss, lap band, whatever it may be, it's very important to know that personal issues like this, life, does get in the way and does affect you majorly, just like vice versa. Just like lap band affects every other aspect of your life, and eating disorders affect every other aspect of your life. You know, it's the same thing. It goes both ways. So I think it is important, without giving too much detail, it is important to address and let people know that, you know, it's not just lose weight, lose weight, lose weight, do good all the time. It's like shit happens. And shit can happen really, really hard, non-stop for a period of time, like I've been going through. And that is why I have not made a video. I had nothing good to say, nothing to update. I just didn't want to come on here and talk about anything. But I did miss you guys. I miss connecting with all of you and giving my advice and giving my view on things and my updates and da-da-da-da. But that is what I've been up to. Slowly but surely working around things, working out of it, trying. I actually got back on track April 12th as best as I could. I've been doing really good, but I will be making a video on that shortly. And again, I am sorry for my MIA on YouTube. I hope you guys didn't think I'd be gone for good. I was concerned I'd be gone for good because I didn't know how long it'd take to get out of this rut. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Sorry if I haven't gone back to a lot of you guys. I haven't been on here, so I've missed a lot of messages and stuff. But I will be in touch.